Hello, YouTube family. We're back again this week. Just want to introduce ourselves. Of course, my name is Milton Yarbrough, my wife Marley Yarbrough, and introduce your son, honey, our son.
This is our son. We have a special guest this evening. Guest. I'm so excited. This is like a true man of my life. This is my one and only favorite son. I won't say his nickname because that's too much. But this is David Saunders Jr., the one and only.
Man, what's up, son?
Hey, everybody, what it do?
So we're coming today. We're just thankful once again for everybody for tuning in, and like I say all the time, make sure you look on the right hand side, hit that arrow, check that medical disclaimer, because once again, this is from our perspective and our point of view. So we're just gonna go and dive right into it. The question that we got this week was, how did our family members deal with the fact that me and my wife was both was getting ready to go and have this major surgery,
right?
And so we had quite a few people that was there for us at that time. We had my mom was still living at that time, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, my sister, my brother-in-law, my son, of course, here,
the girls, our daughters,
both my daughters. But they were young. My two daughters were really young, so they didn't really understand. Maya was really young.
She was
7?
Yep, 7.
I was 17.
She was 17, and Yo-Yo was only 13, 14. Yep. And plus, my oldest daughter, she was in Danville. She wasn't even around.
He's the oldest of the tribe.
So he's the oldest of the tribe. And so since we have him here, I guess he's the best one to tell the people how he felt and how he dealt with it.
Yeah, honestly, it was a lot to process at once, but I was younger, so I was just trying to stay strong for my family, basically, My parents, they basically explained to me that this is something that they wanted to do, that everything should be fine. We believe in the Lord, and we just going to put our faith in His hands. My siblings, I just try to keep everything normal. I really try to keep everything normal with my parents. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of relationship that we have. If anything ever go wrong, you might not be able to tell. Because
I can tell.
Yeah. Mama gonna
Mama
tell.
know.
She gonna tell.
I can tell.
But the outside looking in, you really might not be able to tell because that's just the way that we are. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So all the way up until the actual procedure, I was okay. I had like mixed emotions because it's always precautions and things that could happen.
Right.
But I was okay up until it was like, all right, today's the day.
The actual day.
Down here in Ann Arbor.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about to go down. And I still was pretty much good at the hotel and everything until I remember they prepped both of my parents and they had separate rooms. And I got to go back there and talk to them before the procedure started to happen. So they let me go back and talk to my mom, and it was kind of emotional. I was nervous, you know what I mean? I was only 17 at the moment, so
your
I didn't know.
Senior year, right?
Yeah,
That's
my
your
senior year in high
school.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, we still, like I say, I had my faith in the right area, but it still makes you nervous when it's your parents.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
I went back there, and, I chopped it up with my mom, and it was a lot of tears and stuff, but she explained to me the whole time, son, I'm going to be fine. I love you, and stay strong for everybody else. And then I was like, okay, I finally went to the lobby. I thought I was cool, and I had to go back and see my pops. And then it broke me down again. I ain't gonna lie.
Boy, you was crying twice.
I was crying. You know what I'm saying? I could keep it 100. I was crying. You know what I'm saying? But, these are my parents. I love them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, it was kind of an emotional little roller coaster, ups and downs, but throughout it, for the most period of time, we tried to keep it as normal as possible. We still cracked jokes the whole ride up there.
That's right.
On the way back and afterwards in recovery, we still had jokes.
We did.
We tried to keep it as normal as possible. That's what keep your spirits right. That's what keep everybody still going when they can see you can still enjoy yourself. And
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's no reason to be down. It's a blessing. So
Amen. Boy. You better come on here.
You
razzle dazzle.
preaching.
You know what I mean? I mean, that was just the gist of it, you know. And afterwards, it was just amazing, you know, how they recovered.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My pops walked down there and checked on my mama. I was like, I don't know what's
You
going on.
remember that?
You know what I'm saying? Was somebody supposed to be watching Pops?
Yeah,
I don't know what's going
I
on.
remember one of the caretakers, the guy, he asked me, he said, "Did you play football or something?" Because
trucking along.
you just coming right through this. This is crazy. I was like, I got to go see my wife. I got to go see her. So
Because you have to understand they had us separated when we were at U of M. We were on totally different floors because they didn't want me to worry about his recovery and they didn't want him to worry about my recovery. So during that recovery period, we were separated. Yeah. And the only way we could see one another is if we got to one another. That's the only way. But I had a hard time that very day. I was in a lot of pain. And the next day. I didn't want him to know it. Yeah. But he came to see me the very next day.
I don't know how.
His nurse walked him down and he came to see me the very next day. Yeah. And I just couldn't make it that day. But then I came to see him the day after I went to go see him. So we kind of took turns. And I was like, when I seen he had so many different women bringing him to me. Let me let y'all understand something. I had to get myself together, okay? Because they would brag about, oh my gosh, your husband smells so good and the cologne that he wears. And I said, listen, I'm going to need y'all to get me to the floor where Mr. Yarbrough is so I can see what's going on.
So I had to get up there to see. And to touch on that, that was another thing. Right after the surgery, so for people that's watching that want to be a donor, it was actually harder on my wife than it was me.
Yeah,
because I went from, I actually went from feeling, pretty bad.
Because you got what you needed.
And I got what I needed, so I started, instantly I was feeling better.
Taken away.
And my wife had something taken away, so her body had to adjust to that.
It did.
To be honest, that kind of confused me too.
Yeah,
I wasn't mad at it at all, because I was like, look at Pops, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
But I'm like, my mom gave Pops a kidney, so how is Pops moving around and Mom still laying down chilling? She trying to recover.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't chilling.
But you know what I mean, though. You know what I'm
saying?
Pops was on bed rest for real. You know what I mean? But it was amazing that Pops was, he recovered fast, you know?
He did. He did.
And that was from, just a sign of love. She gave her kidney to him, and that take a big commitment from both of them. On top of having to take care of themselves, they still made sure they took care of us. You know what I mean?
Thank you, son. I appreciate that.
Siblings, you know what I mean? Even family above that, you know what I'm saying? Grandparents, they still held it down the whole time, you know what I mean? So we all kind of took our role, did what we need to do, but that didn't stop them a step, you know what I mean? They still held it down, so yeah.
Thank you for that, son.
A little razzle dazzle.
Well, you could have did this by yourself. We in the way. Maybe next week, David may do this.
No doubt.
But we do. We really appreciate you.
No doubt.
We want to tell you that we love you. Of course, we thank you for doing this.
You know that.
And we appreciate you coming and sharing with the people your experience. So that's our hope, is to educate, is to encourage, and to uplift. So we hope this video does that for you. So we just want to thank everybody. Please, if you like these videos, please subscribe and like, and tell people, share it with people. And so it may bless someone. That's our purpose.
And before we go, I just want to say, honey, it takes a team. I never withheld any of this information from my son. With the girls, it was a little bit different, even though I told them, but they were so much younger. He could understand, of course, but I don't think he understood the severity of the surgery until we got there, because I kept telling him, even when I made the decision, because, him and I have such a close relationship. Not saying that I don't with my girls, but this is my firstborn. and we just have a really, really close relationship. And I wanted to prepare him. So I started, to tell him as soon as I learned more about the surgery, I shared everything with him because I didn't want him to be afraid. And so the more that I told him, he was listening to me and, okay, Mama, and I understand. But when we got there,
I think that's when it hit.
It was totally different.
Yeah.
But I think if you have a team and you do have children and you're considering even becoming a donor, you need to start preparing your family for what's going to happen, because you will need help. My mother was a great support.
Yes.
My sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, they were there. My sister, I only have one sibling. My sister was there.
Mm-hmm.
You need a team to help you because we both were down. So my household never stopped running. My mom was there. My sister-in-law was there. They did everything that they could possibly do. My best friend, Kim, she was there. They did everything that I could not do because I love to take care of my family and my home, but they stepped in, and like David said, they never missed a meal. Nope. Laundry, everything. I think your granny did a little bit extra for you and kind of worked his nerves a little bit.
She went over the board a little bit, but it was cool.
But it was just amazing, and it did work out. But I think you need to prepare everybody. You can't be selfish in this journey. In order for you to recover well in the right way, you need to have a team and be prepared and do it ahead of time so that everybody can just come together, because we flowed right through it. And that's why it was such a blessing, because we tried to prepare everybody for this journey. Yeah. So, and it worked out fine. God is able.
Yes.
And everything worked out.
Yes.
Okay, honey.
So, yeah.
All
that's
right.
it. That's it. So we just want to thank everybody once again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, please like and subscribe to this channel if you like it. Please share it and continue to watch. So we just want to thank everybody. We love you all.
Right.
God bless.
Good evening, everybody.